الله لا إله إلا هو له الأسماء الحسنى.
الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذ قالت امرأة عمران رب إني نظرت لك ما في بطني محررا فتقبل مني إنك أنت السميع العليم. فلما وضعتها قالت رب إني وضعتها أنثى والله أعلم بما وضعت وليس الذكر كالأنثى وإني سميتها مريم وإني أعيذها بك وذريتها من الشيطان الرجيم. فتقبلها ربها بقبول حسن وأنبتها نباتا حسنا وكفلها زكريا وجد عندها رزقا. قال يا مريم أنى لك هذا؟ قالت هو من عند الله إن الله يرزق من يشاء بغير حساب. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. رب زدني علما رب زدني علما رب زدني علما رب زدني أملا رب زدني أملا رب زدني أملا. From Surah Ali Imran, I read some verses, and these verses of Surah Ali Imran are bringing basically the whole story of the birth of Maryam alayhi salatu wassalam. And also some of the ayats will later on indicate to the birth of Isa alayhi salatu wassalam. And وَيُكَلِّمُ النَّاسَ فِي الْمَهْدِ وَكَهْلًا. These ayat also indicated the descendants of Isa alayhi salatu wassalam before Qiyamah too. Basically, the topic of started about Maryam alayhi salatu wassalam, and we're going to try to cover Isa alayhi salatu wassalam and some alamas of Qiyamah too. So today, إذ قالت امرأة عمران رب إني نظرت لك ما في بطني محررا فتقبل مني إنك أنت السميع العليم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that once upon a time that the wife of Imran made a vow. So Maryam alayhi salatu wasalam, mother's name is Hannah, father's name is Imran. Imran radiyallahu ta'ala anhu was the Imam of Masjid al-Aqsa, Baytul Muqaddas, Baytul Maqdas, Baytul Muqaddas, Masjid al-Aqsa. He was the Imam of Baytul Muqaddas. So, being an Imam, his piety is known. Especially when Quran has mentioned his name, is قَالَتِ امْرَأَةُ عِمْرَانَ رَبِّ إِنِّي نَذَرْتُ. So when Quran has mentioned his name, it indicated that he was very pious. So in Quran it says that the mother of Maryam and the wife of Imran made a vow. إذ قالت امرأة ربي إني نظرت لك ما في بطني محررا. That whatever is in my womb, when she got pregnant, she said, whatever baby is in my womb, thou will be dedicated for the khidmat and the service of Baytul Muqaddas. Free. Nothing to do with the worldly life. the baby will do khidmat and service in Baytul Muqaddas. Allah fataqabbal me, you accept it from my behalf. So Hannah had no, it looks like Hannah had no children. And when she realized she got pregnant, so she wanted to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala out of joy. She made this vow that this baby will be in the service of Baytul Muqaddas. And this was another other time. Now Imran passes away. Imran radiallahu ta'ala anhu dies. When he dies, she gives birth to the baby. Quran brings the story of it. فَلَمَّا وَضَعَتْهَا قَالَتْ رَبِّ إِنِّي وَضَعْتُهَا أُنْثَى وَاللَّهُ أَعْلَمُ بِمَا وَضَعَتْ. When she gave birth to a baby girl. And she says, وَاللَّهُ أَعْلَمُ بِمَا وَضَعَتْ. Allah knows better than me what she gave birth to. وَلَيْسَ الذَّكَرُ كَالْأُنْثَى. She is indicating that normally a female does not do khidmat and service in Baytul Muqaddas. The main khidmat and service in Baytul Muqaddas was to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, keep everything clean. Cleaning, worshipping, basically cleaning and keeping everything intact is the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I said this so many times that if we clean the masjid, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam says, Banallahu lahu baytan fil jannah. That whoever cleans the masjid for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes a house for them in Jannah. It doesn't mean just by cleaning once, it means making a habit of cleaning. Yeah? So if we clean the masjid for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Maryam alayhi salatu wassalam was dedicated to clean and keep the masjid clean and do worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, Maryam, Hannah says, وَإِنِّي سَمَّيْتُهَا مَرْيَمَ وَإِنِّي أُعِيذُهَا بِكَ وَذُرِّيَّتَهَا مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. That I will name her Maryam. And also I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep her, give her refuge and protect her from shaitan, her and her children. That's why they say when Isa alayhi salatu wasalam was born, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam says that every child which is born, alright, shaitan hits him in the rib over here, under the rib. And when he punches him or hits him in the rib, the baby starts crying. But except for Maryam and who? Except for Maryam and Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. They were safe from it. That's because Hannah made this dua. وَإِنِّي أُعِيذُهَا بِكَ وَذُرِّيَّتَهَا مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ فَتَقَبَّلَهَا رَبُّهَا بِقَبُولٍ حَسَنٍ وَأَنبَتَهَا نَبَاتًا حَسَنًا وَكَفَّلَهَا زَكَرِيَّا. So, the lesson we learn from here. The main thing is not your story. What lesson do we learn? The lesson we learn is that the mothers and the parents, whenever they realize they're going to have a baby, they make good intention for the baby. And intention, what they're going to do in the future is deen. And try to make sure from the beginning, they ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that this baby which is born is going to be in your service and it's going to be a deen, is going to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hannah made this why, إِنِّي نَظَرْتُ لَكَ مَا فِي بَطْنِي مُحَرَّرًا فَتَقَبَّلْ مِنِّي. That my baby will be worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Baytul Muqaddas. Then when the baby was born, وَإِنِّي أُعِيذُهَا بِكَ وَذُرِّيَّتَهَا مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. She asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect the babies, that baby and the baby and her children from shaitan. Protect them from shaitan. So the lesson is that from the beginning we have to make dua for our children that, Ya Allah, give us such children which are pious. And when they're born, we continuously, with consistency, we make dua for the children. And then, inshallah ta'ala, they will be pious. Look, after this, in the story of Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam, he also says, هُنَالِكَ دعا زكريا ربه قال ربي هب لي من لدنك ذرية طيبة. He also makes the dua, give me a child, give me children, ذرية children, which are purified, which are pious. إنك سميع الدعاء. You can hear them. So the lesson we learn, the Hannah made the dua, then then she made the dua for Maryam, and then also Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam made the same type of dua, the dhurriyatan tayyibah, that I have children pious. Because if we have children and they're not pious, they don't know nothing about Islam, they will, number one, they have no respect for Allah. Number two, they have no respect for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. When the children will not have respect for Nabi alayhi salatu, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, respect means that they obey the orders of Allah and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. They won't have respect for the parents. So, normally, Quran is indicating, رَبَّنَا هَبْ لَنَا مِن لَدُنْكَ ذُرِّيَّةً رَبَّنَا هَبْ لَنَا مِن لَدُنْكَ. Quran is indicating, وَذُرِّيَّتَنَا قُرَّةَ أَعْيُنٍ. Give me children that cool my eyes. So cool of eyes, the children will cool our eyes when they're pious, when they respect, when they do ibadat, when they read salat. And that's why Hannah made that dua. Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam made that dua. Ibadur Rahman alladhina yamshuna. Ibadur Rahman makes this dua too. That I need children, we need children, such a cool eye. So, Maryam is born. Quran says that we nourished her in a beautiful way. One day, when the time came to appoint her and dedicate her for the worship of Baytul Muqaddas and the service of what Baytul Muqaddas, so she can go and do worship over there to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and do service in Baytul Muqaddas. Now who will take care of her? Whose custody will she come in? Who will be the custodian? Who will be a guardian? Who will guide her? Now, when Hannah said, this is my daughter, she has to be in Baytul Muqaddas. I made this vow, I have to fulfill this vow. Inni nadartu lakum ma fi batni muharraran. So I made this vow, so she has to be in Baytul Muqaddas. Now she thought it would be very easy, but it wasn't. The Khadimeen, the servants of Baytul Muqaddas, all of them said that she should be by us, we should be a guardian, and we'll take care of her. She should be, we want to be custodians. Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam said that I should be the custodian because her khala, her maternal auntie, is in my house. She's my wife, Isha. Isha is my wife, and that's her khala. And basically, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam said, khalatul a khala is like a mom, just like a mom. When did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam say this? You know, when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam went for the battle of Makkah in the 8th Hijri, when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam conquered Makkah, on the way back, he came out of Makkah and stopped in the point and sent Zayd radiyallahu ta'ala to check if they left anything. Zayd radiyallahu ta'ala went back, and Jafar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, his daughter was running with Zayd, told Zayd that I want to go with you. Because her father passed away, got shaheed Ghazwa Muta. So, no, Hamza, sorry. Hamza radiallahu ta'ala daughter ran with Zayd radiallahu ta'ala and said that, take me with you. So he bought her. When Zayd radiallahu ta'ala bought the daughter of Hamza radiallahu ta'ala to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, because Hamza got shaheed in Uhud. Now, Ali radiallahu ta'ala said that I have the right to take care of her. She's my uncle's daughter. Zayd said, he's my Islamic brother, I have the right to take care of the daughter. Jafar radiallahu ta'ala said that I have the right to take care of this baby, this girl, because in my house, my wife is the khala of this girl. Now Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam listens to all the aqwals. The Jafar is saying that I want her to come in my custody. I want to be the custodian. On the other side, Ali radiallahu ta'ala said, I want to be. Because Fatima radiallahu ta'ala is his cousin too, her cousin too, and I'm the cousin too. Zayd said, I want to be. Jafar said, I want to be. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam said that Jafar will be the custodian of this girl, because his wife is the khala of the girl. And Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam said, khalatul The khala, the maternal auntie, is like the mother. This word khalatul is the call of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam indicating, informing us that if the mother is not alive, if the mother has passed away, then the same respect of the mother should be given to the khala, the maternal auntie. यानी अगर वालदा जिंदा हो फिर भी उसकी कदर करनी चाहिए, लेकिन खुसूसन जब वालदा फौत हो जाए तो फिर खाला और मासी का बहुत ज्यादा हक है, उसकी कदर करनी चाहिए. So this is where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said khalatul. Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam brings the same rule regulation and says, in my house is her khala, my wife is a khala, so I should be the custodian of Maryam. But the other servants did not allow it. They said no. So now they have to make a decision. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to them, وَإِذْ قَالَتِ الْمَلَائِكَةُ يَا مَرْيَمُ إِنَّ اللَّهَ اصْطَفَاكِ وَطَهَّرَكِ وَاصْطَفَاكِ عَلَى نِسَاءِ الْعَالَمِينَ يَا مَرْيَمُ اقْنُتِي لِرَبِّكِ وَاسْجُدِي وَارْكَعِي مَعَ الرَّاكِعِينَ ذَلِكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ الْغَيْبِ نُوحِيهِ إِلَيْكَ وَمَا كُنْتَ لَدَيْهِمْ إِذْ يُلْقُونَ أَقْلَامَهُمْ أَيُّهُمْ يَكْفُلُ مَرْيَمَ وَمَا كُنْتَ لَدَيْهِمْ إِذْ يَخْتَصِمُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you were not there when they had a dispute in between themselves. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to them, to solve this matter, the aqlam, the pens you use to write Torah, the pens you use to write Torah, throw them in the river. And whoever pens goes against the flow of the water, instead of going down, it goes up. That person will be the custodian of Maryam. Says that everyone threw the pen. Some say 3 times. Every time we used to throw it, only Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam pen used to go against the flow of the river. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَكَفَّلَهَا Zakaria. Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam came the custodian of Maryam. And she came in the care of Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam. كُلَّمَا دَخَلَ عَلَيَّ زَكَرِيَّا الْمِحْرَابَ. Quran is indicating that Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam made a separate room for her. And he used to lock the door so no one disturbs her. No one disturbs her out of respect. She used to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam used to bring food for her. Whenever he used to كُلَّمَا دَخَلَ عَلَيْهَا زَكَرِيَّا الْمِحْرَابَ وَجَدَ عِنْدَهَا رِزْقًا قَالَ يَا مَرْيَمُ أَنَّىٰ لَكِ هَٰذَا قَالَتْ هُوَ مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ When I used to come, he used to find unseasoned fruit. And for instance, grapes in winter, pomegranate in summer, with no storage system. So fruits like that you could not find in those days, in that season. And also he used to look to know how would he get inside. And he said to Maryam, God, where did you get anna laki hada? Where did this come from? She said, قالت هو من عند الله. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna Allah yarzuqu man yasha bighayri hisab. Allah gives sustenance to anyone who He wants to, without any hisab, without any limit. So there's a lesson here. Everything is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sustenance, rizq, earning is all from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not in our hands. If someone says I'm very clever, I can earn, I can use my imagination, I can use my brain, it's not going to help. The only one that gives is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who gives? Allah. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the given, then we have to appreciate it and do the haqq, give the right of the wealth to. Anyway, هُنَالِكَ دَعَا زَكَرِيَّا رَبَّهُ. When Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam seen this unseasoned fruit, he had no doubt. He said, I'm old too. I want an unseasoned child. He asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give me a child. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explains this in Surah Maryam, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him a child called Yahya alayhi salatu wasalam. So today we just managed to explain the birth of Maryam, and we'll take it from here next week.
الأسماء الحسنى